Hey guys, what's up? It's TerrorDog. Welcome back to Ace Combat 5. Today we are going to get into the actual main campaign, which is where the main story takes place in this game. So let's get to it. Real quick, I'm going to double check some options. Good. Alright, and let's jump in. So yeah, there's a nice tutorial here where you can learn your controls and stuff. Instead of having that forced into the campaign, it's an optional tutorial. You can choose to jump into it, learn some basic maneuvers like loops and Immelman turns and split S, and how to control your aircraft, just the basic throttle controls and pitch and yaw and all that. But it's entirely optional, so you can just skip it, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go with the normal controls because I don't like the novice controls. The normal controls make sense. Now, on Ace Combat 7, we started on hard because I just wanted to play on hard and just get an experience of the game. But here, what we're doing is we're going to complete the game. At least the campaign mode. Yes, technically 100% completion would include doing all 4 routes in the arcade mode. I'm not going to do that. I did the arcade mode for the one thing. I need to 100% the campaign. And I'll get to that later in a future video. But we have to start on normal because you get medals in this game, and some of the medals you get for S ranking all the missions on a certain difficulty level. If you play on a higher difficulty level, it will not count towards the lower difficulty level when you get all the S ranks. So you have to play the lower difficulty levels and replay on the higher difficulty levels again and again. Alright, so we're going to start on normal.
15
Here we go.
years ago, there was a war. Well, war has broken out here plenty of times before. They've tried to invade the Southlands through the Northern Valley time and time again. Luck was never on their side, though, and their victories didn't last long. They didn't realize that times had changed. Facing one defeat after another, losing territory and watching their nation dwindle, they built up their industrial strength to unprecedented heights and used it to wage one final battle against the world. That was 15 years ago. They fought ferociously, but were utterly defeated. The Belkans then committed the unthinkable. They used nuclear weapons on their own soil. Seeing this tragedy unfold before their own eyes, the victorious countries vowed to throw down their weapons. The world was once again at peace, and thanks to them, it seemed it would last forever. On a distant island, far away from civilization, the protectors of the peace take to the skies. Red alert! I was in the sky, trying to get the training team in my viewfinder from the rear seat of the lead plane. My pilot in the front seat was howling at the earth below.
Yeah, just so you know, the narrator is like a journalist or something like that for this story.
Give me a break. I'm babysitting nuggets up here. Command room to War Dog Squadron. We have leakers, aircraft type unknown. Crossing the border at Cape Landers, bearing 278 to 302. Captain Bartlett, your flight is the only group close enough to make the intercept. Baker, Svensson, go trail and stay close. The 3 of us will go high and engage the bandits. All other aircraft stay low and out of the fight.
I can't stress enough how amazing this looked on PS2 back in the day.
turned upside down, and my stomach turned inside out.
Sorry about this.
The captain's apology to me seemed misplaced. One instructor had survived the fight, but crashed on landing. The other one was killed in action high up in the clouds. It wasn't his fault that the unidentified aircraft fired on us without warning. Nor was it his fault that the low-altitude area where he sent his trainees was directly in front of the enemy. 8 people died because the command room had misplaced some zeros. That pilot in the number 7 was amazing. Did you see her fight back?
I couldn't bear to watch. Nagase, you keep flying like that and you'll die real soon.
I won't die, sir.
The only surviving trainee's voice was almost a whisper.
Are you sure? You look like you couldn't hurt a fly.
Her face was pale, but she still managed to smile a bit for the camera. The photo, along with my camera, was confiscated by base security. It was as if our little undeclared war never happened. I came to cover this remote island because I heard that a very unique squadron leader was stationed here. I didn't realize he was this unique, though. This bad-mouthed, good-natured old firebrand could take the greenest of rookies and forge him into a fearsome fighter pilot. Of course, that possibility vanished with the day's encounter. The only crew he had left now were Second Lieutenant Nagase and the few pilots that happened to be on the ground that day.
I know you don't like this, but we're short on people. Starting tomorrow, all you nuggets are gonna be sitting alert. If we launch, stay glued to me up there. Nagase,
Sir.
you're flying number 2 on my wing. Gotta keep an eye on you, or who knows what you'll get yourself into.
Alright, here we go. First mission.
At ease, people. But don't get too comfortable. It's a grave situation for all of us right now. Let's get this briefing started.
Another aircraft of unknown origin has entered Ocean Federation airspace. We have confirmed the target type as a strategic recon plane flying at very high altitude. Despite our repeated warnings, it continued to penetrate our ADIS and was fired upon by Ocean Coastal Defense Force SAMs. We believe one of our SAMs damaged the unknown plane, but did not destroy it. Radar shows that the aircraft is currently losing altitude and is attempting to egress feet wet towards the ocean. Intercept this target and force it to land for identification. Do not fire upon this aircraft until further orders are transmitted.
Alright, pretty simple mission, right? Just gotta escort this plane down to a runway, right? Well, you'll see. A couple other options I forgot to check here. Where is it? It doesn't seem to be listed here yet. Alright, we're just gonna jump in.
This is Heartbreak 1 of War Dog Squadron. We are approaching the target. This is AWACS, call sign Thunderhead. Roger. Bring the target to the ground. Do not fire at the target. Repeat. Do not fire at the target.
You know, in case you misunderstood, bring the target to the ground.
That nuggets.
War Dog 2, roger.
War Dog 3, roger. War Dog 4, hello? Can you hear me, kid? You better be marking our tail, son. Looks like you're confident, at least. Don't get separated from me. Man, I'm glad you drew the short straw instead of me. Second Lieutenant Alvin H. Davenport. Sip it. You need a nickname, too? I respectfully ask to be called Chopper, sir. I'm afraid I may not be.
Alright, we're gonna move on
Any other moniker.
because I don't feel like sticking with formation. In these earlier missions, if you crash into your wingman, especially Heartbreak 1, the flight lead, It's very, you die. They have collision for some reason. Alright, so here's the spy plane. Yep. And they said it's unidentified, but it very clearly marked with Yuktabania markings on it. Man, this feels weird because I'm used to the what do you call it? The pressure sensitive throttle, and I don't have it here. Just gonna slow down here a bit. Okay, there he is. I want to make sure that Heartbreak 1 did not collide with me. I'm going to turn the flight. Alright, so we're going to fly 280 and climb. So, the rest of our squadron... Yeah. They're gonna just fly head on at this thing. I don't want to get mixed up in that. I'm gonna loop around behind these guys and just do my own thing. Alright, so they're shooting at our guys, so I'm just gonna start shooting, even though I'm not supposed to be shooting at them. Let me go for this guy. I figured that would miss, but I had to try. Okay, I really want to get these kills quickly. So yeah, I'm gonna take some shots that might not necessarily hit, but I have so much ammo it doesn't matter. Alright, next. I thought that angle was good. We're going to go for the plane that's closer to me, though. That's right. It should have taken only just one bullet to kill him, but oh well. And I'm going rather slow here. We're just gonna get that kill, we're gonna come around here and get the other guy and be done. And he's just buggered off over there. Are you gonna come head on? No, you're not. Alright, finally.
nuggets. War Dog 4, you still following us? Well, to commemorate the fact that we all made it out of that battle alive, I'm gonna let you keep your nickname. From now on, I'm gonna call you Kid, no matter what. Got it? Good. Yeah, I swear.
Emergency transmission from Central.
Alright, so it's kind of slow, but I still got my S rank, so I'm happy. I normally can do that in like less than 5 minutes, but I'm going to have to adjust it to the controls, because on PS2 your throttle, your L1 and R1 were pressure sensitive, and on PS4 they're not. And on Ace Combat 7 they worked around that by making the throttle adjustment a little more fluid, so that it still had that same feeling as the pressure sensitive buttons. But here, for some reason, it doesn't seem to do that. It's instantly full throttle or zero throttle or whatever, you know, max speed brake, whatever. So there's really no in between. Now the default setting actually is to have L2 and R2 as a throttle and L1 and R1 as your rudder, but you know, because the triggers are analog, so it would be easier that way, except that's not how I'm used to manipulating my hands on the controller for this game, so I figured it should be easier to just keep the buttons where they're at. And obviously it's going to take some bit of adjusting to get used to it. I'm thinking it might still be easier to adjust to this than to switch to the controls, so yeah.
Unidentified aircraft was covered up. There was even a rumor going around that it was actually a UFO. Officially, the world was still at peace. Having witnessed the battle myself, I wasn't allowed to leave the island.
Why do they even bother reprimanding me anymore? I know I'm gonna be stuck at Captain forever.
Who do you think's covering up the battle?
Listen, the only thing across that ocean is Murska Air Base. That's Yuktobanian territory.
But haven't we been allies with the Ukes since the war 15 years ago?
Yeah. That's why we got people working their asses off trying to confirm what the hell's going on over there. I bet they've got hotlines ringing off the hook somewhere upstairs. The government doesn't want to get the public riled up with all this, you know? But it doesn't matter. Soldiers like us are too stupid to think for ourselves, so we just gotta keep our mouths shut when they tell us to. I feel kind of bad for you, actually.
It's all right. I get to be with you guys.
Captain's probably hating this more than anybody.
Hmm?
He used to have a lady friend over in Yuktobania.
That's just an old war wound now.
Alright, so I'm going to save between every mission, because in the original game on PS2 there was a glitch where if you got shot down, you got a game over screen that would pop up. You get the option to quit or restart the mission. If you restart the mission, there's a chance to trigger a glitch, but there's no way to, well, when you trigger the glitch, it would cause certain end game unlockables to become unobtainable, and you would not have any indication that the glitch was triggered until you fulfilled the requirements of those unlockables and still did not receive them after about 20 hours of gameplay, or 40 hours at a casual level. So and just because I don't want to risk it with menuing other ways to try to restart a mission if I get shot down, the way I practice on PS2 is just, okay, if I mess up, then I'm just going to reset the console and try again from my last save. So I save between every mission just in case I mess up. Alright, now we're going to move on to mission 2, because that was a short mission.
A ship of unknown origin has been detected approaching the Sand Island coastline. We've confirmed that this ship has launched numerous unmanned aerial vehicles probably used for reconnaissance. The UAV will likely return to the launch ship for retrieval after completing their spy operations. You are to halt this operation by intercepting and destroying these recon drones before they can be recovered by the ship. However, do not attack the ship until further orders are transmitted.
Alright, so this is going to be another pretty simple mission. So we're going to come in here and just start the mission.
Wardog, this is Thunderhead. Unmanned recon drones returning to spy vessel. Shoot them down before they get back to the ship.
Alright, so we got...
You got that, gang?
Yeah, we got UAVs. We gotta shoot them down.
Show me what you
Now,
got, kid.
for one of the medals, we need to shoot down stuff with the machine gun. This is the easiest mission to work on that because all these UAVs only take one hit to kill, and they actually have a rather large hitbox, so you don't have to be quite as accurate as you think.
Okay, let's hurry up and finish this.
And if you're really good, you can do this at full throttle the whole way. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually doing flying the path that I would take for using missiles. There we go. Because I'm just flying on autopilot here at this point. Like, not literally, but like in my head, you know. Alright.
I hate to be in a dogfight with these guys. This feels like target practice.
That's because it is target practice. Alright. So it's like, yeah, even though they had the optional skippable tutorial, you still start off with a very, very simple missions for your campaign. But they're not overtly, you know, like, hey, this is how you throttle up, and this is how you brake, and this is how, you know, it's not like that. It's actual gameplay, and you learn through the gameplay itself instead of having screen prompts telling you what to do. Which is, you know, how you should learn how to play a game, which is through the gameplay. Alright, now we're going to track these guys because, once again, they're going to fire on us even though we're not allowed to fire at them. Chopper, for some reason, can't seem to work his throttle. So we're just going to cover his 6. He's getting shot at. So we're just going to shoot, and then we're going to move over real fast because he slows down. And I don't want to run into him because, once again, he has collision on him. And I will instantly die if I fly into him. No, don't steal my kill. That's mine. It actually doesn't matter in this mission. It actually didn't matter in the first mission, but it will later on. Alright, we're gonna kill this guy and then turn. Well, the SR-71 was clearly marked as Yuktobanian, so it shouldn't be that hard to tell. Oh, that was some expert maneuvering right there. Thank you for getting right on my nose. Now, if I could just double tap my missiles properly. I'm trying to press the square harder, just it's not doing anything. I'm so used, just got the muscle memory. Alright.
Warning still in effect. Keep your heads on a swivel. Watch out, Nagasei. They're down below us, too.
Come on, you can do it. Evade. Alright. Never mind. His plane looks perfectly fine. He's just leaking hydraulics or something. He could probably limp it back, right?
Make a call to scramble the search and rescue copter and my reserve plane, okay?
I guess not.
Warning! War Dog Squadron, return to base immediately.
But the rescue helicopter isn't here yet.
Leave that to the rescue team. Refuel and rearm at the base, and get back in the air immediately. The enemy has declared war on us.
The reconnaissance UAV and the unidentified fighter aircraft that bounced us during the mission have been shot down. The country of origin of the ship is still unknown, but it has ceased operations in our maritime defense zone and has departed the area. Once we sanitize our coastal waters, we will conduct a search and rescue mission to find Captain Bartlett, who was shot down. Furthermore, the Union of Yuktobanian Republics has officially declared war on the Osean Federation.
Alright, so another easy S rank. That's close to the kind of time I like to see. Alright, so yeah. Let's see what we have here. Alright. So that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. Goodbye.